Hi there. Welcome to my very first tutorial making these beautiful nugget holders for Halloween using our cannery set and stamp set called Googly Ghouls. The stamp set here main stamp that I used in the set is from the Perfectly Preserved, and I end up using the just the masonry jar. And of course I tried, out of all of the Googly Ghouls, I tried to use all of the stamps that you see here. A couple of things I want you to know is I also, once I finish my projects, I end up using our Googlies, so our new eyes that we have for our that we have now in our holiday mini. And I also embossed, for any of these with dark colors, I end up embossing them with the black and our silver embossing powder. I also used even our gumball green, which is just on this one here, just to give it the contrast on the dark colored paper, or colored paper versus having it with stays on. So today I want to show you how I put them together with the basic. I took the stamp set once again from the Perfectly Preserved, and I stamped it with the stays on ink, and I also cut myself an extra piece because with the framelets you can cut through more than one piece of cardstock. I've never done more than two. You can give it a try, but I know definitely I can tell you that two do work. Now once I've got my framelit positioned the way I like it, I use a post-it note just to hold it down before I run it through the Big Shot. Okay, so I'll have two pieces here. Run it through the Big Shot. And once I'm done, I'll have the front and the back as you see here. Now in order to get the opening for my nugget holders, my treat holders, I just cut a piece of large oval, put some dado on the back, and put it down where I felt I wanted to punch my little hole. And then I use the large oval, and once again it's very easy once you've got that done, and I just punched it through. So you have one, and so in order for me to get the other one to match, because I'm kind of like most of my stamping girls know that I'm kind of anal and I like them to match even though they will be a little bit apart. But because we also want an insert on the back, I just use the same one, use the one I've already punched, and use my little my piece there, pulled this one off, and now I have this perfectly lined up just as I did on the other one. And I punch it out, and we're ready to go. So now we have the front and the back. The other thing you will need, and this is the very vanilla color, so I did the contrasting color for the holding unit as well. I used a 4.5 by 1.5, scored at 1.5 and at 3, and then of course I just cut it up to the first line there, because this way I have also scored it at 1 1/4, and I flipped it over and I scored it again at 1 1/4 using my Simply Scored tool. So basically the other thing I did, because of the low area on these framelits, I also punched using my oval punch. I just quickly went in and I made a little bit of a dip so that you wouldn't be able to see it wouldn't be a straight edge going across. So then simply putting it together. Now I have to tell you, I saw this on Pinterest, this little idea on Pinterest, not basically using the Halloween nuggets, but the nugget holder in general. The lady's name I think is Kay Kalhoff. Now you'll have to excuse me if I did get that wrong, but if you look on Pinterest you will see the Perfectly Preserved nugget holder. Such a cute idea and so quick and simple to put together. So now I'm just putting them together. I've put glue dots on the corners, so I'm just putting it up at a 90-degree angle, making sure they stick. Excuse me if I'm not getting there right in the camera. Once again, this is my first one, so I'm hoping that you will just get the gist of it. So once I've got the holder done together, now I'm going to put the front on. One thing you do want to remember when you do put the front on is you don't want to put it over the, you want to keep it flush with the bottom so that it doesn't rock. It stays, if you put it flush, it won't rock, it'll stay up straight. So I'm just going to quickly put that on. Lining it up like so. Okay, and then I'm also going to put the back on as well. Same thing, trying to line it up as flush with the bottom so we don't have the rocking motion. Okay. So the other thing that we're going to put in there to finish it off is we're going to end up putting I stamped up some of the Googly Ghouls images, and so I pre-stamped them, and I with stays on, actually embossing powder I did them just so I can have a nice edge on them, and then I just cut them out. This one here I already put the Googly Ghoul on, and I'm just going to put it inside with a glue dot. Oops, there he goes. So he'll appear just like that. He has his googlies on. He's ready to go. So the next thing I'm going to do is put my lids on. Just going to decide what color I would like to go with on this one. That looks like it's going to be pretty good. So I'll go ahead and I'll tape them on. So I'm just going to make sure that there's enough tape at the bottom that it sticks to the bottom, to the top end of that jar. So I'm just going to use my snail. Put it on the front, and then I also will do the same on the back. Hope you're seeing that okay. Oops, I'm putting it wrong on the back. Putting it on the inside, which is not what I want to do. Oop, good, I got it fresh enough. Okay. So after I've put this on, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put in some nuggets. So I'm just going to use 4 nuggets, and to secure them in there so that they don't move around once they're in, is I'm putting glue dots in between, not the bottom one. The bottom that goes down won't have a glue dot, but the others will have a glue dot, just to stay nice and straight and secure inside the little treat holder. So the piece of designer paper that I used is the Howl's Tooth and Scarecrow designer paper that you find in the mini. I cut the pieces 1 by 3 inches long, and then I just put some snail at the bottom, tip it upside down, and bring it over and close it up and just cover up the little nugget and put it. So I've used 4 nuggets. I have to put a glue dot on there, sorry. So I've used 4 nuggets, and now that's on there. The next thing I did use was the white twine, and I want it, you could use ribbon. It probably might be easier with ribbon, but I wanted it kind of to look kind of like a web because it is Halloween, so I thought I'd go with the twine. So 20 inches of twine, I wrap it around twice and tie it into a bow. Get that perfect there. Whoops. Tie it into a bow. It really isn't that difficult. It just makes it look like, because I'm doing it for video probably. But nonetheless, I'll get it. So the other thing that I did use once I snipped off those edges is I used another framelit called Bitty Banners. It's really, I really like it. What I did is I pre-stamped a bunch of Happy Halloweens in Stays On, and then I just lined up one of my Bitty Banners framelits, put it on there. Once again, using my sticky notes, put it through the big shot, and voila, I have this cute little banner with it saying. Totally love it. A really good investment. Besides that banner, you also get 2 other banners in there, so you have many uses. You can use it for many sizes of script that you have in your stamp set. So I'm just going to apply that quickly with a glue dot. And my project will be done. So once again, thanks so much for stopping by and listening to my tutorial today, and your patience was really appreciated. Let me know what you thought of the project. If you have any questions, please do let me know. My website is stampwithchristine.com. If you have any comments, please leave them there. If you have any questions, do email me. Once again, stampwithchristine.com. Thanks so much for watching my video. Have a wonderful day.